So we have some pretty massive news, folks. If you have been living under a rock the last couple days, this will be shocking. But Micah Parsons has been traded from the Dallas Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers. And it's shocking, and it's disturbing, and it feels it wasn't necessarily as shocking as I see it, but I feel like we've had this same song and dance with Jerry Jones and with the Cowboys and with CeeDee Lamb and with Dak Prescott and with contracts and the Dallas Cowboys forever. It feels like there is a point in time where the Dallas Cowboys fans have become either the most delusional from it's our year, how about them Cowboys, to the most realistic fan base of all time. Not a single Dallas Cowboys fan is happy with Jerry Jones right now. The only fan bases that are happy with Jerry Jones are the Green Bay Packers and the rest of the NFC East. Because the Cowboys have had fruitful, successful players, Zach Martin, guys like Dez Bryant, and have won nothing in the last 25 years. You have to pull out a VHS tape to watch their last Super Bowl. It, and I don't want to necessarily make this about about Jerry Jones. I think this is kind of sad for Micah Parsons, who was playing for his favorite team. A lot of people don't get to do that. A lot of people, it's you're drafted to a team and you play for that team. You grow to love that team, but it is reality. It is the team you will play for. And you get people whenever the Cowboys were such a difference um in in every aspect of football in general. And they're just so unique, the star and everything. That being traded from there, being able to play there. In here in New Mexico, there's a lot of Cowboys fans. They all do not like Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones has been the problem for every single one of these. Oh, we overpaid for who? We overpaid for Dak. We could have paid Dak less. We could, if we pay him earlier, you pay them less. That's what the Eagles do. That's why they're able to have such a good team, is because they pay their guys early and often, and then on the back end, it does not come to bite them in the ass. There was a statistic I heard on the herd. J Mac was talking about it, and I was like, "This is interesting." I like kept it a little nugget. If they had paid Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons as early as they possibly could have, the Dallas Cowboys would have saved $99 million, almost $100 million in spare money that they could have used on other players to replace their starting left tackle Zach Martin. They could have done something else. They could. That's so much money. That is something you are now competing with the Eagles in some form or fashion, but now you are competing for Arch Manning. And I do not have them winning this division. I'm going to be real. I do not see a path for the Stars. They're falling. I know a lot of people were comparing it to the Luka trade because he was traded for 2 first-round picks and a um, bag of Lay's. Right? He was not. I don't have the exact player in front of me, but that's the problem for a defensive tackle that I can't name. It makes the Green Bay Packers incredibly dangerous. I already liked them coming into this season because of just the uncertainty in the rest of the NFC North. There was just so many question marks in that division. that they just feel like the most stable and secure franchise as of right now. But now I'm like, crap. Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, these guys are going to have their hands full. When Green Bay has an edge rusher, they are going to be dangerous. And yes, they paid a lot of money for him, but you have to win in this league. You can't sheep your way, nickel and dime your way to a championship. It doesn't work like that. The Cincinnati Bengals have tried multiple times to nickel and dime their way to championships, and it never has worked. Ever. So I feel like eventually we will have to address something. Here's an interesting stat. Jerry Jones bought the Dallas Cowboys in February of 1989 for roughly $140 million. Former Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons reached an agreement Thursday with the Packers for a 4-year, $188 million contract. $188 million. That's a lot of money. 4 years and $188 million. If he doesn't snap his leg like Alex Smith, he's seeing every penny of that. He is going to be fine for the rest of his life to start to do his podcast and to do all of the things he wants to do whatever. And there were people who were saying, "Oh, he's a locker room cancer," and it's, "Oh, this is bad." Like you're going to see a lot of that come up, and I'm just like, at this point, I really, I think Jerry Jones needs to take a step back. I've always talked about Jerry Jones being too much for the Dallas Cowboys. He is too much in his own ego, and I have a theory why. I feel like he got a lot of his rings, his championships. He got the rings with Troy Aikman and Emmett Smith and Michael Irvin, right? He got the how about them Cowboys and right? And then after that, you realize, oh, I can make a lot of money just by being controversial, right? I can just be weird and people will still love the Cowboys because it's America's team and we're just so beloved. And I don't understand the thought process. It does not seem like they have a shot at winning anything this year. Brian Schottenheimer seems like a goofball. It seems like they will be competing for the number one overall pick, and it feels like they punted on the season, trading their best player. Because we think about it, yeah, like CeeDee Lamb is in like top five wide receiver if you're being generous, but Micah Parsons was the soul of the Dallas Cowboys. I live in Cowboys country here in New Mexico, and Micah Parsons jerseys were the most ones I saw. I didn't see a whole lot of Dak jerseys. I didn't see a whole lot of these of CeeDee Lamb. I saw a lot of Micah Parsons, and a lot of them were telling me, yeah, he's probably leaving because Jerry does not know what the fuck he's doing anymore. It's kind of like with politicians. We always are mad when you take your keys away from Grandpa when he gets too old, right? He can't drive anymore, right? He might get mad. He might be upset with you, but it's the safest thing for everybody, and it keeps everybody happy because Grandpa cannot drive anymore. Just his reflexes are too slow. His eyesight's going. His hearing is going. He would get in an accident. Somebody needs to take the keys away from Jerry Jones. Their grandpa is out of control, and it is becoming dangerous for everybody else in the car. Grandpa, you need to stop driving. I know it's hard, and I know you've been doing it all your life, but you've reached that point now that we can't have you behind the wheel. So please, Jerry Jones, hire a GM, do something. You've had a lot of great players, a lot of great players. They have drafted well, and it feels like they've wasted it, and it feels like they've been dragging everything through the mud. it kind of makes me sad. But you know what? The Green Bay Packers look vicious. I was plotting out my first couple 3 weeks for the NFL season, which is coming up in a less than a week now. Starts on Thursday. Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, which is another high impact game. I don't think it's going to be remotely close on Thursday night, but still, it's. I feel like we've reached a crossroads. But planning out my first 3-ish weeks for the NFL season, I really do. I want to change a lot of my picks for the Packers. I think they're going to be damn good. Edge rusher is a position where you can kind of just plug in a guy. It's not a whole lot of scheme. It's not like you're plugging in a new quarterback. It's not like you're plugging in a gadget wide receiver or that somebody needs to learn a lot of the playbook. It's go kill the quarterback. It's not complicated. I think he will be an immediate success with the Packers. I think he will be a little sad, but in week 4 they go to Dallas and he gets his revenge game. Right? He's going to go in there and he's probably going to go in there with a vengeance. And yeah, he's maybe not the best defensive player in the league. I have an argument for Max Crosby and Myles Garrett, but he's damn good. He's on the same level as T.J. Watt. Other guys, he is an All-Pro level defensive player. So yeah, the Packers they feel like they're set up for success. I feel like they are trying to compete now with Philly, and it feels like that is legitimate now. There's like, okay, we have now an X factor in Micah Parsons. We have and somebody who can kind of help us in these key games that we need to win to make it to the Super Bowl, to continue this legacy of greatness that we have. And I honestly, through 3 weeks, I think they honestly might just go 3-0. I might change a couple picks because I think they're going to be good. And then week 4, I think they're gonna go 4-0 to start. Being pretty frank, because like Caleb Williams is gonna have nightmares about Micah Parsons. We're unsure. The NFC North is so open. Caleb Williams is having fits with his new head coach. We have no idea what JJ McCarthy is doing. The Lions lost both their coordinators, and the Packers have stayed even keel. They've kept everything under lock and key. There's no drama, but they were like, "Hey, Micah Parsons, let's do it. We don't do this a lot, but we'll do it for you, Micah. Come on." So thoughts before tomorrow. If you're watching this Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, the games are already happening for college football has started. Uh, I'm really excited to see New Mexico and Jason Eck and those guys go up to Ann Arbor against the number 1 ranked recruit in this class in Bryce Underwood, who seems to be very much. Uh, he will be starting in this game. We'll see him against Jack Lane and the Lobos. So it'll be exciting. I think it'll be great for New Mexico's exposure. I think New Mexico will play better than expected. I don't know how. I don't know if we will win or do something. I think we have a possibility. If we win, I would actually go buy a lottery ticket. Or whoever put a parlay on that will be rich as hell because there is no way in hell that that is happening. But there's a lot of other games to be excited for, especially this Texas Longhorns and the Ohio State Buckeyes. That is going to be a pretty dang marquee matchup. It's really like the first week 1 game that we've had in a long time that actually feels like it means something. And I've not watched a lot of college football in my day, and I am excited. I'm gonna go watch tomorrow because I am interested to see college football because I've never been really interested, and now that there's a matchup, that I want to watch, I will watch it. And with people with this being what it is, I'm shocked. The defending national champion versus the number one overall ranked team coming into the season. This is going to be good because I always never understood this. So like they would always give like cupcakes to like Alabama because you can't lose a game. Please don't lose a game because then you're just terrible. It's like no, I want to watch good football, and college football always gave me like the angry, got me angry because the Lobos were bad, and whenever the I would want to watch like and there were the marquee matchups where like it's like oh rivalries. I'm like I don't understand that as a kid. I didn't grow up in the South and watch the Iron Bowl. I didn't care. Now I care because it's like, oh, these guys are going to be NFL players, and it's important, and they're going to play each other, and it kind of builds that rivalry from college, right? You play against guys who you will play with and against in the NFL, and shit translates. The only problem is I just don't like. I never understood like, oh yeah, we gotta schedule cupcakes. It finally feels like interesting. I finally feel interested in college football. I've never felt this interested in college football, in watching, because it was always felt so damn boring because there was some team that was so much better. And now it feels like the field has leveled. The SEC is not just some great powerhouse. Like I saw the Nebraska. I was looking, checking on the Nebraska game, and it was like, oh, game is close, down to the wire, a one-score game in the fourth quarter. It's important. Nebraska actually kind of looks good. Dylan Raiola, the Patrick Mahomes from Great Value, actually kind of looks a little decent. We will see what he does, but um, and Patrick Mahomes isn't a bad guy to copy. But yeah, that's my college football talk, talks and takes. Let's fucking go.